Hey leaders, did you know that your leadership style directly impacts your company's culture, whether you mean to or not? Today we're breaking down how leadership impacts company culture, why it matters, and the key things you can do to create a culture where people actually want to work. So let's dive in. What is a company's culture? First, let's define company culture. Simply put, company culture is the shared values, attitudes, and behaviors that define how people work together. It's what your team believes in, how they communicate, and how they feel about their work. It's not just about a mission statement or perks. It's about the day-to-day experience of your employees. And guess what? Leadership sets that tone. How leadership shapes the culture. Whether you realize it or not, your leadership style directly influences the culture in three ways. Your actions set the standard, the way you communicate, how you handle challenges. With setting the standard, people don't follow your words, they follow your behaviors. If you're transparent and accountable, your team will be too. If your leadership is disorganized and disengaged, guess what? That becomes the normal. With communication, culture is built through communication. Are you open, clear, and consistent? Was there confusion, silence, and fear of speaking out? It says a lot about you as a person. And finally, how you handle challenges. How do you respond to mistakes and failures? Do you encourage learning and problem solving? Or is it blame and fear? The way leaders handle tough situations shape whether a company has a growth mindset or a toxic environment. Signs of a strong versus toxic culture. Not sure what kind of culture your leadership is creating? Here's some signs. A strong culture looks like employees feel valued and heard, teams are engaged and collaborative, there's trust and psychological safety. Now, a toxic culture has high turnover and disengagement, fear of making mistakes, poor communication, and leadership silos. If any of these toxic signs sound familiar, I got good news. There's always room for improvement. How to build a positive culture as a leader. Here's what you can do right now to shape a better culture. Lead by example, set the tone and behavior. Model respect, integrity, and accountability. Prioritize open communication. Create a space where employees feel safe sharing creative ideas and concerns. Recognize and appreciate your team. A simple thank you in a public forum or public recognition goes a long way in creating a culture of appreciation. Invest in growth and development. When leaders invest in their people, employees feel valued and committed to the company's growth and eventual success. The bottom line is culture is not built overnight. There's two types of captains as far as I'm concerned. There's Captain Picard, which was on Star Trek, and he was an incredible captain for the Starfleet and an unbelievable leader. And then there's Captain Ahab. Captain Ahab was the captain that went mad and basically took his crew to ruin chasing after Moby Dick. And we all have the potential to be either one of these two captains, but every day you choose how you're going to lead and build and develop your culture within your team. And I think it says a lot about your character, which one you decide, because it's easy to go one way or the other, as Patrick Stewart showed in his amazing acting skills. He was able to portray both characters because, well, not only is he a really great actor, he's also a great example of showing you these dynamics in people that we can be either one and it's believable to everyone. And I think that's the greatest point that you can learn, that you can choose to be one or the other, but you're getting to choose who that is. How would you describe your company culture? Leave me a comment below. Tell me about some of the dynamics you've been facing. I'd love to hear how the dynamics within your team are being managed and what you're trying to do, maybe possibly using some of the tips that I've given this week. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. The channel's been going through a ton of growth over the last couple years, and we're excited about more videos and content to go over this next year as we continue into 2025 and helping you grow to be the best possible leader you can. I hope to see you here next time at the Leaders Tool Chest. Thank you.